Hello and happy Vlogmas Day 2. Today we are just running some errands. That's really the gist of what needs done. There's just a lot of stuff that needs bought today. We got to do a grocery run. We need to start our day with some coffee. And I think my hair needs a little refresh. So we're going to run to Sally's and get a little hair dye as well. So I'm just going to bring you all with me as I go about my day with twins, running errands with twins. That is a feat.
Good morning, I'll be right with you.
Thank you.
Sorry about your wait. You can go ahead with your order.
Thank you. Can I please get a toasted bagel with cream cheese?
A plain bagel toasted with cream cheese, okay?
Yep, and then a large hot gingerbread latte.
You can go ahead and pull up.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so because I have twins, I can't really put 2 car seats in the cart. They won't fit. So we have baby number 1, baby number 2, and I guess groceries will just sit in the little basket up front. I don't know. This is my first grocery trip with both of them. We'll see. Oh my goodness, all of the press-on nails. All right, time to pick what we want for the holidays. Okay, I'll be honest, I'm not seeing anything I love for like Christmas, but I do think I might just get these to put these on now. Here. Get a better angle on that. There, okay. They're just really cute. They're not super Christmassy per se though, but these only last like a week or 2 for me, so I'll just get a new set when Christmas rolls around. I want to be good and tell you I'm picking out salad for me, but it's 100% for my husband. I do not eat salad. I am autistic. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. I desperately want this, but it does not come in my size. So that's okay. We're saving money. It's all good. We have to pick up formula every time we're at the store because we go through it like you wouldn't believe, because there's 2 of them and all they do is eat. Okay. That was an adventure. I got more stuff than I planned on getting. I don't know if you can see that. It's too bright. And it's, yeah, that was a lot. And the babies are a little mad now, so I think I am gonna drive to Sally's and get some hair supplies, and then we are gonna go home and get them fed, because I do think maybe they're hungry. We've arrived. One of my favorite places in the entire world, Sally Beauty Supply. Okay, so a big part of what we're doing today and the errands and everything we're running is going to the pharmacy to pick up my ADHD meds. So I was on a stimulant medication for ADHD back in November, December of 2022. And then I got pregnant in February of 2023. So you can't really be on a stimulant while you're pregnant, or not unless you like have to be. And for me, the stimulants are very helpful, but it wasn't like life or death. So I went off of it. And I have missed it. It's not, some people say that like when they're on their stimulant medication, their whole life changes. It's like, holy crap, how have I been living without this? For me, it's not quite like that, but like, looking back at that brief period that I was on a stimulant medication, it's like, whoa, life was different. You know, like I was trying to remember the last time I successfully finished a book, like audiobook, ebook, like physical book, any kind of book at all. And it was when I was on stimulant medication. So I talked to my psychiatrist about that, and she was like, well, you know, you don't have to take it every day. Maybe just take it on the days you want to read a book. And I'm like, that's a great plan. So I am gonna start taking it today. I have a lot of meetings and I didn't sleep a ton last night. So I am hopeful that this will help keep me focused, because I can already tell I'm very scattered. So we're gonna take these along with all of my normal other medications. So I'm on an antidepressant. I'm not going to tell you which meds specifically I'm on because your mileage may vary. Everyone is different. And the last thing I want is to tell you, oh, this is the med I'm taking. And then you be like, I have to try it. And then it doesn't work for you. You have these horrible side effects or something, you know, that is not what I want for you. So I'm on an antidepressant, an antipsychotic, which I don't use for psychosis, although there is nothing wrong with experiencing psychosis. I just don't experience that. I use it for autistic agitation and mood stabilization. So it just works really well for me. And then I'm also on a non-stimulant ADHD medication that works okay. But my psychiatrist says that that particular medication can help make the stimulant work a little better. So I'm on four psychiatric meds, which is fun. We love it for me. We love that. So I'm gonna go get my coffee and take these bad boys. The stimulant's a little bigger than my other meds, and I'm really bad at taking pills. I'm getting way better at it. I used to be, like, it used to take a full minute for me to take one pill. It would basically dissolve entirely in my mouth. I'm learning that this is related to autism. A lot of autistic folks have trouble swallowing. Like, it's, I know it sounds dirty, whatever. We have issues with like just the way our throats and our mouths like function. And I have always had like an extreme fear of choking. And I don't think I've ever really choked that often or anything on any food or whatever. So I've always had a huge fear of that. And like, I've always had such a hard time taking pills. I chew my food meticulously, like, I don't know, apparently, I forget exactly how it's related to autism. I want to say I read something about how we are more prone to, what is it called? I got my degree in speech pathology. I should know what this is called, but the phenomenon where you tend to aspiration, where you tend to inhale a little bit of your food instead of like swallowing it so it goes down the wrong pipe, basically. We're more prone to that, which totally makes sense. Signs and symptoms of that are like coughing a lot after you eat, feeling the need to cough a lot after you eat, which I do all the time. People are always like, are you feeling okay? Are you sick? And I'm like, no, I just ate food. Like, I don't know, it's just me. Apparently it's all the autism. It all relates to the tism. All right, so I'm in my painting clothes, which I am going to use also as hair dye clothes. First, we gotta brush out this crazy mane. I have like wavy hair, so there's definitely some like wave and curl in it, which means brushing it is usually a huge pain. It's actually not too bad today. But I don't have like a ton of curl. I wish I had more, but I can't get a perm because I dye my hair too much, and my hair, I was told when I asked for a perm like a year or two ago that my hair would literally fall out of my head, and that it would be a huge mistake. So we're not doing that. Okay, hair is brushed. Now we need supplies. Let's see, we already have the hair dye. You saw me pick that up, but now look at this amazing organization bin that my husband made for me. It's got all my hair stuff in it. I freaking love it. All right, we got my bowl. We've got my brush. I don't usually use this, but I'll bring it downstairs just in case. We got my clippy. And we need some gloves. Gloves, because I have dyed my hair without gloves before, and especially when you go brown, it makes you look like you've been digging up graves. Fun fact, your hands are stained brown. There we go. Okay, gloves, brush, clippy, bowl. I think that's everything. Let's do this. probably take my smartwatch off. Let's do this. So I showed you the color. I forget exactly what it's called, like medium brown or something like that. I'm trying to match these roots. I don't know if you can really tell, but like my ends have some red and everything in them because that's what I dyed it last, was like this auburn color. But my roots are just like straight up dark brown. And I'm trying to kind of just match that. That way I have to dye it less. Even though I love dyeing my hair. Like, I always do this. I'm like, I'll match my roots, and then I just won't dye it. I'll let my natural hair grow in, and that's a lie. It's a lie. Because I am incapable of going more than, like, 3 months without dyeing my hair. So, yeah, that's just not a thing with me. So let's go for it. Let's just do this. I should probably, like, part it right in the middle. I've done this like literally tens of times before. Not quite hundreds, but like I dye my own hair all the time. This is not new. But every time I'm always like, what's the best way to do this again? I don't know, you know? But my strategy is just go for it. My strategy is always just like wing it and hope it turns out okay. That's my strategy with most things. ADHD life. So the holiday season for me has always been a little bit loaded because I am so sensitive. I find the holidays to be not just like overstimulating in a sensory kind of way, but also like a lot to cope with cognitively, if that makes sense. So, like, for example, so my 4-year-old's not here. Disclaimer, if you have children, turn this off now. You have been warned. We're going to be discussing some things. Okay? So, take your time. Pause it. Turn it off. Put in some earbuds. Are we good? Okay. So, I did not find out, and I'm still going to speak in code just in case you didn't listen to me. I did not find out about the big thing, you know, the big lie, until I think it was the summer before 5th grade. It was summer because my mother assumed I already knew. And I was talking about something I wanted for Christmas, I think, in the middle of the summer, which is funny because I have a birthday in the summer. I could have just been talking about my birthday, but I was talking about Christmas. And I said something about like that particular person like bringing me a present, and my mom just sort of blurted out like the lie, except she blurted out the truth. I was crushed. I was devastated. I was one of those kids who took it unbelievably hard, and because of that I've always sort of struggled with like, what am I going to do with my own kids, right? Like, am I going to tell them the lie even? Like, and my husband's very much in favor of it. He's like, it's magic, you know, it's not a lie, it's magic. And like, but the magic is a lie if there's no magic. Like, you know what I mean? I struggled with it a lot as like a preteen. I had no idea, and the worst part of it is my parents were concerned I would get bullied or made fun of for still believing the lie, right? That's part of why they wanted me to know. I mean, they just assumed I did, and then when they realized I didn't, they, you know, they were worried that I already had been bullied or that I would be bullied. And the crazy thing is, I was so worried and concerned that there might be other people in my class who didn't know yet that I pretended not to know. So it didn't save me any bullying. Although I never got like bullied to my face. I think people probably talked about me, but I don't know. I didn't really pick up on it that much. So if they did, so wasn't too terribly concerned about it, to be honest with you. So I defended tooth and nail the lie. people would ask me, but what about this? But what about that? It doesn't make sense. Like all this stuff. And I'd be like, well, here's this reason and here's this reason. And I defended it even though I knew the truth. You know, I defended it because I was so worried there was somebody in my class who didn't know yet. And looking back, that's actually an incredibly sweet thing that I did. Not to like toot my own horn, just like past Megan, like she was very worried about other people not having to be blindsided the way that I was, you know? And anyway, so this is just one of those things that like has been hard when it comes to like holidays for me. Is, you know, there's that. But then there's also like, I don't know, have you guys seen the live action Grinch? I know it's weird in a lot of ways. Trust me, it's super weird. I tried to rewatch it recently and it's like completely unwatchable now as an adult. But as a kid, this movie spoke to my very soul, okay? The Cindy Lou Who's song, Where Are You Christmas, destroyed me, okay? This was exactly how I felt. It was like, I think even before I knew about the lie, I had this really big sense of like so much pressure to have fun and to be happy and all this stuff. And especially growing up Catholic, I had a lot of mixed messages, I felt like, about blessed are the poor versus rampant consumerism, right? And I know that sounds like weighty and stuff for like a 10-year-old to be grappling with, but seriously, I was. There were years on my Christmas list, I would literally ask for world peace because it felt silly to ask for like a doll or whatever, which I also asked for, to be fair. I wasn't like completely immune to Christmas, you know, but like I struggled with this idea of like, I'm allowed to ask for things I want, but also I'm supposed to be poor. Also, we're not poor. Why aren't we poor? If that's the holy thing to be. Religious trauma is very real, you guys. Trying to run a business with all this money mindset bullshit, it has been a challenge. So I have no idea if I'm getting all the hair. Like literally, I have no clue. We're getting to the glooping portion where I just kind of scoop and gloop because I can't tell without feeling it with my fingers if I'm getting all the spots. So what we're gonna do, so we just see there's a little bit in there. I'm just gonna take some in my hand, put it on both hands, and I just start feeling my way through my hair. And I try to make sure I've got all the strands nice and covered and saturated. I didn't have any like spots that aren't gonna be nice and brown. So anyway, I really struggled with that, like knowing how to do what I was supposed to do and be who I was supposed to be, because my whole life was, I mean, I was autistic and ADHD and didn't know it. Like my whole life was kind of defined by trying to be who I was supposed to be, because heaven knew being myself wasn't a very good option, you know, like it wasn't supported or, you know, validated in hardly any way. You know, so yeah, I was one of those kids who put world peace on their Christmas list. And I say that as if there are other kids who did that. My hope is that there are, and I'm not a total weirdo, but that was the kind of stuff I asked for. I asked for an end to homelessness. I asked for world peace. I don't know. And this was after I knew about the lie. So what was I thinking? Like that my parents were just gonna like, again, this was me pretending that I didn't know about the lie because I was so hurt by it. I so didn't want it to be a lie. So I just kind of kept pretending. This applied to all of the lies, by the way. Like I lost a tooth and I still fully expected, excuse you, to get a quarter under my pillow. Thank you very much. And my parents were like, you know, that since you know about this now, we aren't really gonna keep doing it. And I was like, yes, you are. Yes, you absolutely are. And so I think they did for me. So my parents love me. They thought I was a weirdo, but they love me. Oh my gosh. Okay. I think I got everything. It feels very saturated. I think I got all of the little hidden nooks and crannies. got the wispies in the back here. Wispies by my temples. Okay, so disposable gloves. I used to have reusable gloves and I lost them, and then I went to buy more and I couldn't find any at Sally's. It was weird, so I just got disposables. I know they're not as good for the environment, but that's what I have right now. All right, let's see. Did I just drop a gloop? I did. All right. I probably should have left the gloves on to clean all this stuff out, huh? I do this pretty much every time. I'm always like, gloves off, I'm done. And it's like, you have to clean your shit. But whatever. Anyway, so Christmas has always been a little loaded for me, right? For all of these reasons. Basically, just the plight, you know what I mean. I'm being sarcastic, but like also a little bit serious. The struggles of someone with religious trauma, someone who's ADHD and didn't know it, someone who's gifted and thinks about all of these things, you know. Not that non-gifted people can't think about this stuff, just like I was thinking about it at a pretty young age. Pretty, little abnormal, I think. Could be wrong. Let me know. Did you think about this shit as a kid? Like, maybe my experience is totally normal, but I always got the vibe from my family that I was kind of, like, you know that autism stereotype of, like, the little professor, right? I kind of have always had that vibe a little bit. So. All right, so now we wait. It has been half an hour-ish. I'm bad at keeping track of time and I didn't set a timer because I am a fool. But I am gonna shower and next time you see me, I will have gorgeous brunette locks. Voila. Hair, super cute. Not too different, just mostly just trying to match the ends to my roots. So it's a little darker, it's still wet. I cannot be bothered at all to like do my hair anymore. I just put in some curl gel and we roll with it. I thought about like, oh, should I blow dry it and like curl it? And I was like, no, I shouldn't. I think that pretty much covers it for today's vlog. I hope you enjoyed running errands with me and starting my stimulant medication journey and dyeing my hair. We kind of did a lot today. Secret. It didn't all happen in one day. The magic of YouTube. All right, I gotta go hang out with my babies. They are very upset that I took a shower, so I'm gonna go, but I will see you tomorrow.